Hello everyone, with Twilight of the Republic just upon us, I thought it might be worth looking at cards you don't want to be drafting, don't want to be getting in your pre-release, because I don't think these cards are going to see much play at all, but well, let me know in the comments how wrong I am. First up we have Unmasking the Conspiracy. This one-cost cunning event card, it just feels a bit meh. And it's all because of what you have to do. Normally, when you get to do this discarding something from your opponent's hand, you're getting that card advantage. And in this, you really aren't. You discard a card from your own hand, and only if you do you get to look at the opponent's hand and discard a card from it. Yes, it's only got that one cost, but you've got to lose something as well, and it just feels a bit sort of situational at best. Next up we have Daughter of Dathomir. Why do I not think this is very good? Well, at 4 cost, a 3/5 doesn't have the best stats to it. It is a force unit, which I think could save this card, but only having Restore 2 when undamaged just severely nerfs it. I think you're easily going to get some chip damage put onto this. You could be rammed into by a battle droid, and all of a sudden, your nice Restore is gone. It's probably still going to be okay in a pre-release, but the Droidica security unit, I really wish they'd have done something better with this. I think, to be honest, it's the sort of boringness that's going to get it played, but also not going to be in every deck possible. Exploit 2 means you're going to be able to get this potentially down on the battlefield for only 2 cost. And a Sentinel at that? Oh yes, that sounds good. But I just think a lot of people are going to almost avoid this card because it doesn't have that cool shield ability. Something like it can only be attacked when it's ready or when it's exhausted. That sort of feel that a Droidica Sentry unit could have had. It's by no means going to be the worst card of the set, but it doesn't live up to what a Droidica really could be. Kai Adimundi is going to be a Jedi with a semi-decent stat line, but that ability, it just feels a bit weak. Only getting to draw some cards, but 2 cards when your opponent plays their second card, it's going to be very deck dependent if this is actually ever going to trigger. If you're playing on, like, say, turn 6, Wrecker, for instance, that's all your resources gone, and then you're not playing a second card. And I think that's where this one is going to fall down. It's got a good amount of health, 7 health, so it's going to take some beating, but at the same time, that coordinate needs to be activated, and your opponent needs to play 2 cards, which is like a double if. And that means it's not going to have huge impact. Well, hello there, T-shirt. One of the most obvious inclusions on the list has to be Jar Jar Binks. Why? The randomness, the RNGesus that could actually lose you the game. Every time you attack with this thing, it deals 2 damage to a random unit or base. Yeah, that would be great if it was a random enemy unit or base, but it's not. You know, maybe that would be really overpowered, but the fact that you could be attacking, say, a battle droid or a clone token, take that out, and then have dealt 2 damage to your own base for doing that, oh, that just feels pretty damn awful. Political Pressure is another 1-cost cunning event card, and I think this is making the list because you're always going to get the worst here. I really do like sometimes putting your opponent in the choosing position in a casual scenario, but as soon as it gets into at least somewhat competitive, your opponent is always going to choose what's worse for you. Be that discarding a random card from their hand so you don't get the battle droids to exploit, or they have a really good card in their hand they don't want to risk losing. Oh, here's some battle droid tokens for you. They've maybe even got the card in their hand that allows them just to nicely wipe them out instantly. And that's why Political Pressure, I think, is just an okay one. Private Manufacturing is a card that works really well for set 3, and, well, set 3 alone at the moment. It's the only thing that's going to give you token units is getting clones or getting some battle droids out, and that makes me really worried about paying 2 for otherwise what could just be draw 2 cards, and put 2 cards at the bottom of your deck. That is awful. So you really do need to only be playing this in a token unit generating deck, which severely limits its usage in a sort of wider experience. And last but not least, we have the Clone Wars. Now this it has the tagline of disaster, and to be honest, I included this actually on one of my other lists for Twilight of the Republic. And why did I do that? Because it's really cool in Twin Suns, and Twin Suns alone. I think the opportunity to give your opponent battle droids that they could then go and exploit just doesn't quite hit the ticket in a one-on-one scenario. But there you go, there's some cards I don't think that are going to be great for Twilight of the Republic, but let me know which card I'm really wrong about and what one did I miss off the list. Anyway, until next time, have an unlimitedly good day.